My $200,000 funded account challenge with Alpha Capital is currently down 2%. I know in previous videos we spoke about my other $200,000 account. That is still sat where it's at. Of course, we all trade on different props, different accounts, so I can't trade them all at one go. I don't want to put too much risk on like all of my challenges / all of my capital that I've currently got funded. So I like to trade them each individually. I like to potentially do the same trades on some if I really have got conviction, but sometimes I'll just take a different trade. Sometimes I'll focus on a few accounts per week and then flip to another account. Anyway, you're here to review this trade. You're here to look at the trade that really kind of upset me, mainly like really annoyed me, but it is what it is. And we're going to review it and talk about it. It's only a 2% loss. And most of you might be thinking, well, that's like a lot for one trade. No, it's not. It's really not. It was a 1 to 3 because it had the extension to move. So we have a 1 to 3 trade with 2% risk, or we're risking 2% to make 6%. And then all we need to do is take another trade, which is 1 to 2, and that's 1% for 2%, right? So we're 6% up, and then we have to take one more trade, and then we pass the account. So even though like the 2% seems like a lot in regards to risk to reward and conviction wise, the trade was appropriate. So this is the Alpha Capital account. As you can see, the start date was literally yesterday or the day before. We have the 200k account, etc., etc. The status is still in progress, but we are currently down to 196,000. So 196,000. But that is completely fine. We took 2 trades, 16 lots. It was 2 trades. And we can look at the trading history. As you can see, we bought in this position and we lost 2,000 on each of these, which again is 1% each, which netted me a 2% loss. These are the same time, same entries, everything. As you can see, it went and hit my SL. So this is the trade that I got stopped out on. And yeah, it is so annoying sometimes. Sometimes like, bro, like I don't know what to say. I got stopped out with like 9 pipettes. Like it's actually crazy. Do I regret the trade? Absolutely not. I was like on the ball with it. I had a decent entry. It just then went and swept liquidity, and unfortunately, it took me out and went away without me. The next step that I took from that though is that I was looking for a re-entry at a certain specific point of interest, which I'll talk about, but it didn't go into that, so I didn't re-enter. So you can see this kind of impulse back here. I was looking to grab kind of back into these lows, come back into this zone, and my stop recently above the high, because then if it then realistically comes and swings this liquidity, retraces and goes back up and then swings this high, the trade's done for. It's likely going to continue on, right? But I didn't get that re-entry, bro. Like I just didn't get it. And yeah, the trade was a 1 to 3. I would have been able to secure 6%. But yeah, it is what it is. But we're going to review it and we're going to talk about why I was going to take this trade anyway. So the first thing you guys see is the smart money technique. Okay, this is a smart money technique with Euro USD. Okay, so as you can see, we have a massive imbalance by here. You see Euro USD, we slightly came into it, and then on this impulse, we massively came into it. If you compare this with GU, like the imbalance never has been touched, right? It's the same imbalance at the same time at the same date. So there's your kind of like divergence already. It's like EU has an imbalance, GU has the same imbalance, but they haven't been fed into each other. So that's one interesting thing that I seen with this chart. And I was like, okay, there's a bit of imbalance there. The market would likely come in and swing that imbalance. And then I spotted the SMT. So you can see that Euro USD is creating lower highs on the hourly time frame, and GU is creating higher highs on the hourly time frame. So then I'm thinking, okay, cool. It's gonna like potentially have a large fall down because there's a divergence. So when you play SMTs with Euro USD and GU, you want to be looking for the trend. So you're going to be playing a reversal trade when you trade SMTs. That's why it's quite difficult sometimes. And what you want to be looking for is you want to be trading the one that actually swung the liquidity. So for example, on this one, GU was the one that went and swung the liquidity. So our risk to reward was going to be better with GU. In addition, GU actually went to grab that order book or the order flow coming in. So once it grabbed all those short positions, then it was able to use that as fuel to come back down. So the big issue with this trade is that I didn't enter here, or here. I should have entered up here, ideally. Obviously, I'm a hindsight warrior. But at the same time, I seen this smart money technique to here. What I then seen is this huge 3-bar candlestick, which is potentially 3 black crows. What I did is place this order block here as my key point of interest, put my entry at this level, entered on this candlestick right here with my stop loss right there. How annoying is that? How annoying that the market just went and swung it with literally like 9 pipettes in it. And then, yeah, ran all the way down to my TP literally in like 5 hours. So it would have been done by the evening, like in the afternoon, sorry. So I got swung out, right? And I didn't re-enter because I was waiting for this level to get retested. Am I emotional about it? Am I annoyed about it? Like, yeah, the human instinct is to be annoyed about these things. The human instinct is to get frustrated about these things. But at the same time, I'm not allowing that to deviate from my trading plan, from my risk management and things like that. Like, for example, if I was like, oh, it's going to go swing this level and this, and that, uh, and then I'm adding more risk, and I could have blew the account that day. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I took the 2% hit. I was right on the trade. I was wrong on my risk to reward. The main thing that I was wrong on this is that I highlighted the point of interest of imbalance that we spoke about before, but it didn't enter that imbalance, and I still took the trade. I should have waited for my key point of interest to be hit, right? So, for example, if we call this an SMT, market comes back, runs up, we can then go, okay, this is now the new SMT because Euro USD at this point still wasn't creating higher highs; it was creating lower highs. Ran into this order block, and then as soon as we start seeing this downfall, you could highlight this level here as a little break, and then we could look for an impulse back up into pivot points, etc., and then we could have took the short from there. Again, our risk reward is going to be a little bit off, and it's difficult because I like trading at real high premium zones. You know, I like capturing that high. Like, for example, I caught this high here, and I know I stopped out, but at the same time, even if I caught this, maybe I could have gone. If I went 16 lots, maybe I could have went 14 lots, and then increased my stop loss by like 4 or 5 pips, right? To give me a little bit more room. That's the beauty of trading, is that you can also change and adapt depending on kind of what things you've gone through before. And it's also to do with time and things like that. You know, you want to kind of push it, right? You want to kind of, you don't want to be on the same challenge for the next 3 months. And with Alpha Capital, there's no time limit. So you can kind of just take your time and run it up. But at the same time, I want to get funded and I want to make payouts. The only reason I'm sat in front of a child right now talking about this is because, one, it's good for me, it's good for you guys, I'm helping you guys out. But at the same time, I want to be making money, right? That's my only goal. So this trade was awfully annoying. The biggest part is I didn't wait for my point of interest. I could have looked for a retest. It wasn't brilliant looking at it now, like the retest here, but I still could have potentially gone for like a 1% risk or a 0.5% risk just to get a little bit of cash out of the trade that I missed out on. You know, that's one thing as well that a lot of traders don't necessarily do. So this is my kind of template for SMTs for the guys that don't know. It's very simple. EU creating lower highs, GU creating higher highs. There's GU needs to grab more liquidity. Therefore, it could be an indication of potential downfall from the selling options coming in. And then we also have the reversal on the buy side. We have lower lows being created. So EU in this example had to go swing the low to grab liquidity, whereas GU didn't because it had enough strength to do the move that it wanted to. So we wait for EU, we enter the long on EU. That's basically the simple template that we're going to be using for SMTs. As you can see, guys, my Alpha Capital $200,000 account is still active. It is not breached, and the next couple trades will be difficult because now we've started off with a bit of a loss, but I'm not going to allow that to emotionally kind of deter me from continuing with this account. I'm going to pass this account, show you guys everything, and yeah, we could do like a road through Alpha Capital where I'm want to get max allocation. So we're going to do that. We're going to be making a lot more videos like this, doing the breakdowns. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Let me know if you enjoy these types of videos where I break down trades that I've done. Complete transparency, no bullshit. We're just going through the trades that I'm doing regularly. Like I said, this trade was yesterday, and I wanted to instantly thought, let's make a video on it to help you guys out with potential errors to look for when you're trading. I appreciate you all for watching the video. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section, like I said, and I will see you all in the next video.